Hi there, Chris here with another quick tip for you all. In this video we're going to continue our look at painting the Warhammer Quest Silver Tower box set models. And in this video we're going to continue our look at painting the little Chaos Familiar Tweak. We're going to work on the feathers in this video. And so as you can see here, the model has already been painted, the flesh has been painted, the robe has been painted. And so now we're going to work on the feathers on the back of his head. For that we're going to start off with some Xeris Purple and Moot Green. We're going to slap both of these colors onto our palette. And basically I'm going to use a base coating brush to lay a little bit of purple down, and I'm going to use a larger brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of moot green, and basically I'm going to do a 2-brush blend with these colors. And so again, if you've never tried 2-brush blending, nothing to be afraid of. You just simply lay a little bit of the color down, and then with your other brush really quickly you begin blending. And I find that depending on which size the object is, now these little feathers are really kind of small, but again, you just keep your brush strokes very, very tiny, stay very, very controlled, keep your hands in steady hand mode, and you'll get through it no problem. Of course, you got to be very careful not to hit any other areas of the model that are already finished. And as you can see here, I'm using the slightly larger brush. I think it's like the larger base coating brush, I believe, and it's making the job a little bit easier to follow the line of the feathers. And as you can see, again, I'm just going up, and like the brush strokes are up and down towards the feathers, and the feathers also have a little bit of a texture in them as well. And once the paint dries, you'll see a little bit of that texture on the model kind of show through as well, accentuating basically the fact that these are little feathers. And the paints were not thinned down, just the dampness of the brushes were used to help thin the color down. Otherwise, you just simply take the colors and just really quickly blend them together. I find it works a lot better laying the darker color down and then laying the brighter color, although it works in vice versa. You can lay the brighter color down and go with a darker color. It really doesn't matter. It's just personal preference at that point, really, how you like to blend them. And most often, you know, it's easier, I find it's easier just to take the brighter color and blend it, and then blend it in to the darker color rather than the darker color, because I often find I go with the darker color a little too far into the bright color, if that makes any sense. Next, we're going to take some moot green, and basically we're just going to edge highlight the inside stem of the feather, the little central core of the feather itself. And basically we're just going to bring this up, and we're also going to try to pick out some of the little kind of details in the feather as well. Again, the feathers have a slight little texture to them, and so we're going to give the little feathers just a little bit of a tick here and there, just to really kind of bring out that texture. And again, with that moot green, I go about a little over halfway up the central spine area of the feather. Again, kind of going with this kind of tropical kind of bird. Again, the way this guy's been painted up, he's kind of like a little changer of ways, and so I kind of stuck with that theme and just kind of ran with it and continued to highlight and paint him in such a way. And again, using bright, colorful palette here. And so with the moot green, and we're happy with that. You can see again, it's just a very tip. So again, we want to preserve that color blend and have that purple in there as well. Next, we're going to take some Druchii Violet. This is going to be a quick little glazing here, and this is just to deepen up closer to the head and also get into some of the areas that we might have missed before, or that we didn't get any color in previously. And so this will just kind of correct up a couple little boo-boos on our side. But otherwise, it's just to deepen up the color a bit. Again, because when we mix the green into the purple, because of the yellow quality in the green, it desaturates and kind of knocks out a bit of that nice vibrant purple of the color. And so I wanted to bring some of that back just to match some of the rest of the model. Next is moot green with a little bit of Flash Gets Yellow. We're going to mix these in roughly a 1-to-1 mix ratio. I always say roughly because, again, drawing little dollops of paint onto your paintbrush are not exactly ways of measuring paint. You're better off with little droppers or little measuring implements of some sort. And then here we're just simply going to highlight just the very ends of the feathers and just up the spine of the feather just a little bit. Again, just kind of bring some really kind of brightness back into the very tip of the feathers. But otherwise, that'll be pretty much it. We're just trying to be very, very careful. Again, we'll probably catch a little bit of the texture in the feathers as well. Again, just kind of really bring that brightness back into them. Again, it really has to compete with a lot of that yellow in there as well. And so the green plays nicely with the purple, and the purple plays nicely with the blues and the yellows. And so you can see there that everything, all the colors are getting along very nicely here on this model. And of course it's really nice and fun and bright and kind of light for a chaos kind of model, but I figured it would be a good way to go with this little guy. But that is it. That is pretty much it for the feathers. We've got even more painting tutorials in the Silver MiniWarGaming Vault. You can watch another one today about how I finish off this model. Just click on the video link in this video description below to watch it right now. If you don't have a MiniWarGaming Vault membership, you can click on the link and sign up for a free 7-day trial. Make sure that you sign up for the Silver membership so you gain access to all the painting tutorials and you get instant access to over 1,000 painting tutorials already in the vault. And so thank you for watching and happy wargaming.